Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. The two episodes from 1960 show are The Sport of Penguins, kind of like a play on The Sport of Kings, and A Horse of Another Color. Very disappointed, didn't rhyme, but whatever. This is one of the few of the two-parters in this season three, it didn't really play like the same formula as like it used to, but it was well. I'll just go into it. So it starts out Lola Zanya. She's like showing off her super famous horse, uh, because there's like a big Wayne Foundation race for charity about to happen, and then Penguin he enters and he just steals her parasol, and then that's it. It just cuts straight to the opening credits, and it's really weird because last time uh, it was like it started out like Lola and Penguin agreed to like team up and do some chaos together. So I don't know if that was just like a ploy or like it genuinely did not make any sense whatsoever because she's like, "Oh, I got the note that you slipped me and it told me to go here because apparently they used to like be two bad kid beatniks together when they were younger. Like she would steal braces and he would steal teeth. So I don't know. It it feels like they're just doing stuff at this point in season three. So anyway, it then happens. Penguin he goes to the library to steal like a super duper like rare book on like parasols and umbrellas, and Barbara, she works at the library and she literally watches Penguin just walk in, and she sees him at like the glass display opening up like breaking the glass and like she literally waits until it's in his hands to be like, I just where do you think you're going? And I'm just like, Barbara, what the fuck are you doing? You let that happen. Like you didn't say anything until he literally broke it and was actively stealing it. So she takes it back from him, and she's like, I'm going to call the cops on you, you little jerk. And Penguin's like, okay, do it. So as she's doing that, he immediately leaves and leaves like a blinking umbrella or a beeping umbrella. And so she's on the phone with Commissioner and she's like, oh, yeah, he was going to steal something, but he didn't. And now there's just this umbrella here. And Commissioner Gordon's like, why don't you get out of there? That's probably a bomb. And she's like, oh, Daddy, I'm not going to let some silly little prank interfere with my job. And so thankfully, Batman and Robin, they were there at the time talking to the police commissioners. They show up lickety split. And he gets, Batman, he gets his bat shield and they take the umbrella, and it turns out it was a bomb, but it went off behind the shield, so everybody's good and hunky dory. And I'm just like, Barbara, like, you are a bona fide hero at this point. You should realize that Penguin leaves behind a beeping umbrella. That's probably a bomb. It's probably a good idea to get the hell out. But nobody was hurt, and it's all fine. So Batman, him and Robin go back to the Batcave, and they figure out, oh, well, the next place he's going to strike is a glue factory for whatever reason. So, I think the Bat computer pulled that out of its ass too. So, uh, Alfred he lets Barbara Gordon know about like where they're heading, just in case they need backup. So, she heads there as well, and their plan was um, so the Lola Lasagna, she's completely broke because her husband Luigi Lasagna, the billionaire from a few episodes before, I knew that name was familiar. They recently just got a divorce, and the only thing she was left with was just a horse, a really successful horse, but just a horse, nothing else. So her and Penguin have a plan. They're going to buy a dud horse from a glue factory and then paint that to look like the prize horse, and then paint the prize horse to look like a dud horse to like they can enter the competition last minute, so like the odds are super low against it, and then end up betting on the really good horse and winning a bunch of money. So that part I will say that's a solid plan. Like regarding villain plans, as far as that goes, that's probably one of the smartest villain plans I've seen in a while. It's simple, but it's effective. So they go to the glue factory. Adila struck. Lola takes the horse with her, and obviously a fight ensues. Batgirl captures the Penguin, but the Penguin escapes. But all the other thugs are captured, but they don't fucking do anything about it. Like they're in like this cohesive tape, and Batman's like, "Oh well, just leave these guys for later." I'm like, call the fucking cops, for God's sake. Call the cops. Why are we just leaving thugs behind only to then have to fight them later on? Oh, it irks the hell out of me. Why do they do that? Like, that's not even the first time they've done that before. Like, if you know this person is an accomplice to this villain, just fucking arrest them. They are deputized officers. Like, what the hell? I hate when they do that. It drives me up the freaking wall. So anyway, so they need some cash to be able to put money down on the horse in the first place. So Penguin then goes back to the same library where he tried to steal that like priceless book on umbrellas and parasols. And for whatever reason, Barbara Gordon has like an intruder alarm in her bedroom set up to the library. So she calls her dad and she's like, "Hey, Dad, just letting you know the library is getting robbed right now." So Commissioner Gordon calls Batman and Robin. They show up, and Commissioner Gordon and Chief O'Hara are there. Um, and then Penguin's there too, but he escapes like just at the last minute using like a trick, like firework umbrella. So he gets away, and Batman's like, "No, no, let's just kind of we don't need to go after him. We'll let this play out." Um, so he then he like Penguin sees in the paper that a rich guy is buying all these things related to uh, uh, oh god, umbrellas and parasols and all that, and it was under the name A. Alfred, so it was Alfred, and it made me so mad because I thought we were gonna have another Penguin v Alfred scenario, but we didn't, and it glossed over that. So Alfred paid the Penguin $10,000, and so they got the priceless book back, lickety split, no problem. And this part just kind of it just kind of I don't really know how to explain it, but they don't really do anything. They just kind of let the race happen. Lola Zanya, she like conveniently takes out all the other horses, so it's just the two horses left. And then Bruce decides to enter in his special horse. Uh, his name is Wainbow, and he wants Batgirl to ride him as the jockey. So Alfred contacts her so she can show up. And Robin, he volunteers to be a jockey, and he's like, "No, why don't you just be the jockey for like the dud horse that like we know is gonna fail?" For I don't know why they needed a jockey for that. I mean, for that horse, but he volunteered for that. And then Penguin is the jockey for the really really good horse, and they have to convince the like the game warden or whatever to keep the race going. And I'm just like, we know it is a fixed race at this point, and we have Bruce Wayne's ward on uh like a different horse, and then Bruce Wayne's horse on being rode by Batgirl, and then Penguin's there, and I'm like, it's literally the fucking Penguin. Like, he is at this moment a criminal. He has committed a crime. He let off a freaking bomb in a library, and also he fucking he stole a priceless artifact. I'm just like, guys, what are we doing? People of Gotham, like I feel like they just wanted to see a horse race, like a little wacky horse race. So the race finishes. Obviously, Batgirl and Bruce Wayne's horse win. Penguin tries to get out of there. Another fight ensues. Nothing special. Of course, the good guys win. And the cliffhanger is Barbara and Commissioner Gordon. They're up at the library and they're about to go out and celebrate. And then King Tut shows up and he's in like the Egyptian section. And they don't really do anything. They just kind of walk away to contact Batman. And then that's where the episode ends. So it's going to be a King Tut episode next. But like, man alive, I swear, like this episode, the writers were like, all right, what do we do now? And it's like, all right, we do this. What do we do? And then we do this. Like there was no thought. It was just immediately like, let's go to this scene. Let's go to this scene. It just, I don't know that in regards to two-parter. Oh, and like it was just so weird because usually in a two-parter, there's a death trap, and it's like, will Batman? It was none of that. It ended when Penguin was breaking into the library. Batman and Robin were just chilling in the Batcave, and then Batgirl just called her dad to be like, "Hey, Penguin's coming out." Like that. That was the cliffhanger. It's like, will Batman and Robin get Penguin? But it's just ugh. Um, but yeah, if I were to rate these two episodes, I gotta say I'm not really having as much fun with season three as like the other. Season two, more so, just because that was, I don't know, maybe it's too close to call. It was the first two-parter of the season three, so we'll see. I don't know, rating wise, there was just a lot of dumb shit in it. Like just a lot of dumb, like weirdly enough, the villain's plot was the smartest thing in the episode, and it made the most sense because it was a genuinely a good plot. Um, but like the execution of the heroes and whatnot, and just like allowing everything to take place, just man alive. So I think I'll have to give this a 2 out of 7, just because it's just like I don't know. I'm okay for like suspension of disbelief, but when you just have just straight up like like I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words for just the mess of an episode that was. So yeah, bye.